Yo, welcome to All Things Covered with Patrick Peterson and Bryant McFadden, part of the CBS Sports Podcast Network. The name says it all. Today's episode is sponsored by Sonos Arc, the premium smart sound bar for TV, movies, music, gaming, and more. Stay tuned for additional details about Sonos Arc later in today's show. First quarter of the show, we're jumping straight out the gate. You guys know how we do. We're going to chop it up. We're chopping it up. In this chopping it up segment, like Pat P just gave you guys a little heads up in the intro, we're going to do something a little different. We're not going to talk professional football. We're not going to talk collegiate football. We're going back to our high school days. And the reason why we're doing this upcoming week, I think Thursday night, if I'm not mistaken, my high school, MacArthur High School, will be playing against Pat P's high school, Ely High School.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Yeah. It's going down. It is going down.
Who we playing at, man? We playing out there in Hollywood or they come down?
I think, well, we got the best stadium. You know what I mean? Our stadium is much better than what y'all got in Pompano.
Man, that stadium ain't better than the Patrick Peterson Stadium, man.
Oh, he hit me with the Patrick Peterson Stadium. Okay. Okay. It's a big deal. High school football is a big deal everywhere, but it's a big deal in the state of Florida. This is a special week. You know what I mean? Like I said, our alma maters are going against each other. And Pat P, last week's episode with Pete Prisco, he brought back some fond memories of your high school days when you played against St. Thomas. And that game is on YouTube, so you can definitely check out Pat P's production on YouTube.
Was I everywhere, like you said?
You were everywhere. You did it all. You was a one-man wrecking crew. You did it all. 2007. It's still on YouTube. You know, Blanche Ely versus St. Thomas. Oddly enough, for your Ely Tigers, they're going to need you to be able to beat the Mustangs because they don't stand a chance this upcoming Thursday.
Hey, man, what kind of drink you like, man? I like Sprite, so man, I put a case of Sprite on it.
Sprite?
Yeah, I like either.
I don't drink soda. I just like water.
So I get you a case of water then.
Put a case of water on it then. Yeah. Give me a case of water. I give you a case of Sprite.
What type of water you like? You like Balls?
Give me the expensive kind. I like, Balls or Smart Water or something like that. Get me the expensive kind. I gotta call the guys. I gotta give a pep talk because this is serious right here. This is bragging rights.
Yes,
so I gotta give a pep talk to the guys down the Mustang, man. Mustang, stand up.
And for me, man, shout out to my boy Chase. Worked for the Cardinals, man. He used to get me a cranberry Sprite after every practice. So many
a cranberry.
Yeah, yes, sir.
A cranberry Sprite.
Hey, man, hey, Mac. After a long hot day of work, that cranberry Sprite hit the spot, man.
When did they start making a cranberry Sprite?
And they got cranberry, they got Sprite remix, they got Sprite lemonade, got Sprite ginger ale. Now they got all type of Sprites now, man.
I ain't never heard that. Hey, but Pat, you know what? We giving too much love to Sprite until they become a sponsor of the show. That's enough love for them. Let's come be a sponsor of our show. We're gonna give y'all all the love you want. But I never heard that before. Oh, the game is at MacArthur. Is that MacArthur this week?
Coming out there and take over the stadium, man.
No, not happening. Not happening. Not happening. Pat P, what do you remember most about playing under the lights in high school?
Man, the band, man. Ain't nothing like no band, though. Hey, I'm telling you, man, because you remember, growing up, I used to, stay at my grandma every now and then right there in Pine Tree, and just, you can hear the band just not only practicing, but just for them to walk the football team into the stadium. It was just like that, man. Just like a Friday night.
Them drums.
Man, when they go to start playing that, my favorite song of all time, that ESPN, don't. Hey, man, and when that song came on, Mac, I always made a play for some odd reason.
You always made a play?
Always made a play on that ESPN beat. My favorite ESPN beat that I scored off of was, play I scored off. It was the 2007 Soul Bowl.
Against Dillard?
I got suspended the first half of the game. Let me tell you why I got suspended, Mac. The swag always got to be on point, right? So we went out to get the name of the spat store we had to go to, but they closed at 2:00 on Friday.
Mm-hmm. So, are you trying to go get some tape? You're trying to get some tape.
I had to go get that orange tape, man. I had to go get that orange tape. And matter of fact, that's on YouTube too. I got suspended for wearing the orange tape that I wore in the Soul Bowl. I wasn't supposed to be campus, but I said my swag got to be right for the Soul Bowl. This is my first Soul Bowl I'm playing in. I got to be right.
And you were late trying to get some orange tape.
No, I wasn't late. I left school, so I kind of skipped school.
To go get the tape before they closed.
Yep. our athletic director, Carlton Jackson Sr., Carlton Jackson Jr., his dad, he's also was a great lefty quarterback for Bland Chile back in his day. But yeah, his dad was our AD, and he had he did not play the radio. And Coach McGirt was like, "Come on, man!" He fighting for me. He was like, "Man, he went to go get some tape." Ain't like he was out, doing something that he wasn't supposed to be doing. Mm-hmm. Mr. Jackson was like, he was doing something he wasn't supposed to do. He left school. So I got suspended the first half and still ended up scoring like 3 tubs in the second half.
Did y'all win?
Man, we mopped the floor that night. I think it was like 34-21 maybe. And
okay.
The game actually was really out of hand. We gave up like some cheap tubs at the end. But I ran back this kickoff. Actually, I think we had got a safety. And they had to kick the ball off to us, and I took that thing to the crib. It was like an 8-point swing in like 2 minutes, yo.
So bold. That's a big deal down there in Broward County.
Back out there in the Lockout Stadium. I don't know what they call it now, but the Lockout Stadium.
Yeah, it's a soccer field now. I think the soccer team plays there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir. Yeah. What do you remember the most about high school? I know it was a long time ago, but tell me what you remember about high school.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you one of my fondest memories of high school football was that Friday when you walk around with your jersey on.
Oh, that was dope.
When you walk around with your jersey on. When you walk around, and especially the first week, either it's home or away, you walk around that jersey on, man, you feel a little different. Like, it didn't matter what you had to do academically. It was all about getting ready for Friday, to get ready to eat that baked ziti, that pregame meal. That baked ziti was the ultimate pregame meal.
That's up.
With the garlic bread. Oh, man. Go ahead.
Kids that ironed his jeans and made sure he had that crease in it?
Oh, no question. My creases, back then, that starch was heavy in my jeans. Oh, man. But hey, that starch used to be so heavy. I used to have such a tough crease in my jeans. Even after you wash and dry them, the crease was still there. I used to get pissed off at myself because I would iron them. The next time I wear them, now I got 2 creases because if I can't line them up the right way, I got 2 creases in both pants legs.
Hey, that was the worst in the Dickies, though, man. The Dickies, man.
Oh, man.
You get about 2 wears out of the Dickie pants. You can't iron them no more, man.
No, sir. You have a permanent crease.
Wrinkle-free.
Nah, no question. Hey, Pat P, what kind of advice would you give some of our young listeners, young athletes that are listening to us right now or watching us on YouTube as they get ready for their upcoming high school football season?
Man, enjoy it. Soak it up, man, because, it's nothing like a Friday night, playing a Friday night game under the lights. You're not going to get that in college. You play on Saturdays in college unless you go to like what do you call it? What conference Boise State in?
Boys in Western Athletic. I think they're still in the Western Athletic Conference.
Yeah, that's the only way you're going to get to play on the Friday night lights again, man, if you playing in that conference.
Big Ten sometimes play Friday night also. Big Ten plays sometime Friday night. I don't understand that. But yeah, the Friday night hit different. Either Thursday too. Now, no, some big time high school games on Thursday night as well.
Oh yeah, man. Just for the most part, just soak it up, embrace it, enjoy it. Because, reality is though, for a lot of kids, this may be your last time playing a significant role, for a football team. So soak it up, enjoy it, and just go all out, and just don't think about tomorrow. Just, think about the present and think about where you at right now.
Yep.
Just enjoy as much as you can because, that's all you can do right now. Just enjoy being in that moment and just the Friday night lights, it's just something about that Friday night, man. Just something about that Friday.
You say the band. And people, oh man,
tailgating, the concession stands rolling. I mean, it just something that it just hits different. So for the most part, just soak it up and enjoy it.
No doubt, soak it up and enjoy it, and go hard. Go hard or go home. Go hard or go home. We got a friendly wager. I'm gonna get a case of some Voss or Smart Water, and he want a cranberry Sprite.
Yeah, they gotta get it off Amazon, man. Go to Amazon Prime. I know you Amazon Prime in that.
Okay. That's our wager. We gonna see who want to pay up next week. Y'all gotta stay tuned and make sure y'all come back and check us out. Who gonna have all the bragging rights? The Mustangs. Hey, now it's time for your favorite part of the show. One of our favorite parts of the show. It's time for the SKOL Check-In. preseason action week 2. Takeaways from this week 2 matchup against the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts beat the Vikings 12-10 on Saturday. This past Saturday, Kirk Cousins played. He played a little bit, went 5 for 7 for 23 yards. Pat P didn't play. He was on the sideline, definitely encouraging your teammates on for the second straight week. Troy Dye had a pick 6. He's been playing some real good football for you guys. He's been really coming along, doing some pretty good things. Coach Zimmer said he was close to playing you, Pat P. What was the discussion and how did the preseason plan for you develop or change leading up to the Colts matchup this past Saturday?
Honestly, I was looking forward to playing. I was, I was.
Yeah, I remember you told me that. You said you was ready to go.
Yeah, I was told that I was going to play the upcoming game. This, that, and the other. But Coach said he made a final decision. Said that I didn't need to go out there and play Saturday. And with me being the vet, I said, no worries, Coach.
So will you play in the final preseason game, or you haven't heard anything yet?
I haven't heard anything yet, but we'll see. We'll see. Coach Zim and Coach Carl have a plan for me, and I'm just sticking to the script, baby. You need me most well, for the most part, you need me during the regular season.
No question. For the most part, you need you all for the regular season. Starting out straight out the gate. Who y'all open up week 1 against?
Cincinnati, straight
out the gate.
Yeah.
LSU on LSU crime. Jamar Chase.
Yep. And my boy Joe.
Yeah, you got Boyd, you got Higgins.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the goal. Week 1. Yeah. You was definitely animated on the sideline, supporting the guys. Who stood out to you? Individually speaking, who had a pretty good game? I did mention Troy Dye, but anybody else stood out to you?
Yeah, I thought Breland played a heck of a game. The couple snap or that quarter that he played.
He deflected the pass that became a pick 6, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Troy, he had a key third down breakup 2 in the red zone. I thought Troy played great. Who else we had played nice? DJ on the D line. He played. He's just extremely fast. Just to be a guy of his stature, how he's able to bend the corner and chase down the quarterback. Who else we had out there? Obviously, Eric wasn't out there very long, but you can just tell that obviously he hasn't lost a step at all. Just excited to be back out there on the field, lining everybody up. Chris Boyd, I thought he had a solid game this week, and a couple key tackles that he made throughout the game. I thought his coverage was tight. I just thought he was really, really dialed in the whole game. I can definitely see him taking that next step, with him being a young guy, not really understanding how to break down the game and and let the game come slow to him versus him chasing the game. Because once you start chasing, you're just moving too fast, and next thing you know, you're gonna be chasing forever.
Yeah,
that's some of the nuggets that I gave him, and it definitely helped him a lot in this game. I can just tell the game slowed down tremendously for him. But those are just a couple names that that can come up off the top of my head. Definitely still got a lot of growing to do. Got one more preseason to see, to kind of solidify some things, solidify some roster spots, and we just want to continue having some good days of practice and look forward to going to Kansas City here Thursday evening and trying to get a win Friday.
Yeah, one player that I was high on defensively, second-year pro Cameron Dantzler, has really been a bit up and down, to say the least. No surprise, because young players go through that, especially players that are playing the cornerback position. But what does he need to do to improve? It's looking like, Breland will start opposite of you. I don't know if it's too early to say that, but just based on when I was there watching practice and seeing how things have worked out in the preseason game so far, it's looking like Breland will start. But, what do you think Cameron needs to do to improve?
Just continue working at his craft. Understand that, all you have to do is do your part, cover what you're supposed to cover, be where you're supposed to be. And, ultimately, playing your responsibility to the best of your ability. And I think, with the time that we had this year together, I feel like he's getting better each and every day. Cam is a guy that loves the game, that wants to get better, that knows that he can contribute to this team. He just want to continue just studying up and continue just maintaining his focus to where that he can, when he is out on the field, that he can put his best foot forward at all times.
Yeah, and now knowing that there are only 3 preseason games during the preseason, when will you start studying Cincinnati?
Probably a little bit this week, and we got the extra week. You
got the extra week, exactly.
Yeah, yep. So it'll probably either be like towards the end of this week, depending on how this game goes. Because when we had that 4th preseason game, the starters don't play.
Mm-hmm.
So, but 9 times out of 10, when the young guys was downstairs or whatever watching, whoever was playing for that 4th preseason game, the guys who you knew that was going to be on the roster was upstairs, watching tape on the on week 1 on the week 1 opponent. So this week is going to be kind of different. Not really sure how I'm going to go about, getting ready for Cincinnati in that week 1 matchup.
Yep. Well, listeners and viewers, there you have it. SKOL Check-In. Final preseason game is coming up in a few days. Kansas City, Minnesota. The last dress rehearsal, to say the least, before things get real, before the reality TV actually starts in the National Football League. So, hey, most importantly this week, everybody just get out and get better and stay healthy. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Well, now it's time to transition to Raising the Bar, sponsored by Sonos Arc, where we want to talk about players who have the potential to raise their game to the next level. My choice this week is San Francisco's second-year wide receiver, Brandon Ayuk. As a rookie in 2020, only played in 12 games, Pat P. Ayuk had 60 catches for 748 yards, 5 touchdowns, and he also ran for 2 touchdowns. So a total of 7 touchdowns in his rookie campaign. He played in 1 game against the Cardinals, didn't do a lot, 1 catch for 15 yards. But the reason why he is my player when you're looking at raising the bar, the potential, only 12 games as a rookie, kind of learning on the fly, was able to give you over 700 yards. I also love the flexibility, the versatility that he has, not just catching the football, but as a rusher as well. And one thing I know about Kyle Shanahan as a head coach and as a play caller, when he has unique, skillful players on the offensive end, he will put them in positions to be successful. That's why I believe he's going to have a huge year. We see what Deebo Samuel has been able to do in that offense. Brandon is a similar player, might be a bit smaller. I think overall he's faster, but he still provides the shiftiness and the quickness to be able to be a big-time playmaker for their offense. And because of that, he is my raising the bar player. Pat P, you only saw a small glimpse of Brandon Ayuk because he only played against you guys 1 time. But just knowing and seeing what he could do for San Francisco, what are your expectations for him this season?
Nah, you hit it right on the head. When Kyle is a very, very unique play caller, and he understands how to get the ball in his playmakers' hands in creative ways. And I think that's the beauty of the way he's able to call games, and he's the talent he's able to get in there, get in his system each and every year. Brandon is extremely talented, extremely fast. And the sky's going to be the limit for him because he has the perfect setup.
Perfect setup.
A lot of mixed directions that can steal defensive eyes, and next thing you know, he's getting right behind the defense. You got obviously Kittle there that can make your life a lot easier. I don't know who their backs are, but it don't even matter. They find that they're gonna run the football. Whoever the running back. So Kyle does a great job of understanding his personnel, and also putting his players in the best position possible to be successful.
Yeah, and he just has to be healthy, because one would say if he played in a full season a year ago, he clearly would have been close to getting 8,000 yards receiving and adding to that touchdown total as well. But because of the expectations, the potential, and the offense that he's a part of, he is my raising the bar player for this week. Yo, Pat, I promised earlier I'll tell the listeners and viewers more about Sonos Arc, and that time is now. Last week, we had an awesome guest on the show. Ice Cube was here live in the flesh, all things covered, Pat P, Bryant McFadden, and gave us some quality content. But the thing about Sonos Arc, you don't necessarily just get a chance to utilize it for music, movies as well. So getting ready for that episode, guess what I did? I piped the Sonos Arc in the basement, had it piping from wall to wall as I watched Friday. And it was so clear. I mean, I heard everything so clear and precisely. It was unbelievable. And then after I watched Friday, Pat P, I went on and put it on The Predator and was listening to Ice Cube album, The Predator, and it was bumping. Yeah. Then I went to the NWA days as well, straight out of Compton. I mean, listen, Sonos Arc, they've done a phenomenal job in being able to give you a precise sound. It's so clear, and it just touches you from top to bottom. But then when you look at the versatility, like I said, it's not just about music. It's about movies. It's about audiobooks. It's about watching Mickey Mouse Playhouse with your kids. You can literally watch anything and listen to anything via Sonos, and you will be so pleased with the outcome. So I definitely recommend you give it a shot. If you have a movie theater in your basement, in your living room, in your bedroom, if you put that Sonos Arc to play, you will not be disappointed. I definitely recommend everyone to go to Sonos.com to learn more. It's almost halftime for us, but remember, on the opposite side of the half, one of the best NFL pass rushers, a guy who should be getting into the Hall of Fame sooner than later, will be joining us. Former Kansas City Chief, former Minnesota Vikings defensive end Jared Allen will be joining us on the opposite side of the half, so please stay tuned. But before we get to halftime, it's time for 7 questions. Why 7 questions? You see the jersey, that number 7 with Peterson on the back. That's why it's 7 questions. 7 questions is where we get a chance to interact with you, the listeners and the viewers. If you want your question to be answered in the future, leave a question attached to a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, and we may get to it on the show. This week's question is coming from Derby Caddy. Derby Cat at Derby Caddy on Twitter. Outside of football, what other sporting events would you like to attend? Pat P, outside of football, what other sporting events would you like to attend?
Man, you already know what I want to attend, man.
Yeah, we already know. well, let Derby Caddy know what you want to attend.
Well, your name pretty much self-explanatory, Derby Caddy. I want to be a golfer. I belong out there in Augusta.
That's where you belong. That's where you belong. You belong out there in Augusta, huh?
Yeah, man. I belong out there, St. Andrews somewhere. I belong out there somewhere. I want to play in the Masters tournament. If I wasn't playing ball, I don't know if I would have took up the golf because I didn't know nothing about golf until I was about 21, 22. Mm-hmm. But if I had a choice and had to go back, it would definitely be golf for sure, 100%.
That's a good question. I mean, that's a good answer. But I knew you were going. I knew where you were going with it. I knew you were going golf. What sporting event would I love to attend? Boy,
you ain't got no basketball hoops, so don't say b-ball.
No, don't do that now. I played basketball as a freshman in high school, and I was playing above the rim. Now I just left it alone.
You only played 1 year?
No, I played freshman, sophomore, and junior. Senior year, I was getting ready to get yeah. No, they used to call me Little Kobe because I jumped straight from JV past JV to varsity. So yeah, that's a whole nother story. You know what? Oh, SummerSlam.
Hey,
I think SummerSlam was this past Sunday. SummerSlam. I love to attend SummerSlam. I was a big time wrestling fan growing up. Not as much as I used to be because I don't pay too much attention to it. But SummerSlam would be dope.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be fun. That got you all over it, man.
Oh, no question, man. No question. That's why I used to lube my arms up when I was playing football and when it got a little nippy outside, because I used to see the wrestlers go into the ring with all that lube on their arms, glossy and shiny. Yeah. So before I used to get out of the locker room, I'd do some curls. I used to have a little elbow wristband that squeeze my veins so my veins pop out and put that Vaseline all on my arm and be ready to rock and roll.
Hey, man, you can't do that in the league no more?
Huh?
Yeah.
You can't put no Vaseline on your arm?
Man, I kid you not, man. I remember
when it's cold?
Yeah, I remember we played Seattle, right? 2015, actually. We went up there. It was a Sunday night game. Never forget. It was it could have been in November, maybe October. Can't remember the exact time it was. But anyway, nighttime in Seattle, they get a little nippy. With me being from Florida, anything under 60, that's nippy. And they already got that turf.
Yeah.
You need to get them little cherries on your arm. So I went on and got nice and lube. What they call it? I think it's called skin something. I can't remember the name.
Is it tough? No, not tough skin. That's the spray.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but man, went in that Mac, put my whole hand in there. All right. All right. The only part I left open because at the time I still was catching punch. So I just left my whole arm open because I ain't wanted to be too slick.
Yeah.
Went out there catching punch, running around, went to go say what's up to Coach Pete Carroll because, me and Pete had a relationship.
At SC.
Yeah, exactly. So he recruited me, came to my high school. Man, Pete Carroll even came to my to the day that the city of Pompano gave me my own day of April 29th. When I received my own day, Pete Carroll, Ken Norton, and I can't remember the running backs coach. They all came to the ceremony.
Why? They were trying to recruit you?
Because they was there on my recruiting, like their recruiting trip to come see me or whatever, like the house visit or whatever. And that day happened to be the day I was receiving my day.
Oh, okay.
Pompano. And they actually surprised me. My high school teacher, Novice Johnson hooked it up. So I thought that was pretty cool for them.
And you still didn't go to SC?
Nope. And the only reason I didn't go to SC because they was getting in all that trouble, man. I'm trying to be on TV and playing bowl games.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. They was destined for probation.
Yeah, man. The next year, Pete Carroll left. That's when he went. He went to no, actually, it wasn't the next year. It was matter of fact, it was the next year because he went to Seattle in 2009, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
So
you made a great decision.
Yeah, the next year he ended up going into the league, and obviously SC haven't been the same since. But yeah, I remember that, man. Shout out to Coach Pete Carroll, man.
Okay.
Still the most high energy coach I've ever met, bro.
I can agree with that.
Besides him and Coach Ed.
Yeah.
Coach Ed Edgeron.
And what people don't realize is Pete Carroll's old. I mean, he's got to be in his high 70s, right?
Bro, and it looked like he got energy of a 21-year-old dog.
And
every single day.
And from every time you see him, boy, he got like 3 packs of bubble gum in his mouth. Yeah. He is 69. Pete Carroll's 69.
Pete be chewing on that bubblicious, man.
No question. He had about 4 or 5 sticks of that bubblicious in his mouth. Hey, no question. But hey, Derby Caddy, thank you for your question. Pat P, sporting event, the Masters. For me, SummerSlam.